In India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has secured a historic election win, the first of its kind in 35 years. Early election results show his Hindu Nationalist Party leading with over 300 out of the 542 seats needed for a majority. It's the first time a non-Congress prime minister would be returned to power after a full 5-year term. His party promised reforms to transform the economy and improve the lives of India's 1.3 billion people. Danielle Smith from 770 CHQR joins us this morning to continue the conversation on this story. Danielle, this election does have an impact on Canada and the relationships with our politicians, namely Trudeau and Kenney.
Yeah, it's funny, as you were going through those numbers, you just realized this is the largest democracy in the world. Wow. And this is the largest democratic mandate in the world. Can you imagine a parliament with 500 people
right.
and a caucus of 300? It's enormous. And I think also a lot of the commentators are suggesting it was a surprise victory. I mean, he's not without controversy. As a Hindu nationalist leader, there are concerns from religious minorities in the country about a crackdown, and it seems like the Khalistan movement to try to create a separate state for the Sikh population has also got some new life, even here in Canada. It's part of the reason why we have, at the federal level, a very testy relationship with this prime minister. I think we saw the embarrassing trip that Justin Trudeau made worse, not just because he was wearing costumes everywhere he went and became a bit of a laughingstock, but because he is allied with people who are either tacit or outright supporters of that Khalistan movement. So we've got I think, fractured relationship at the federal level. But look at what happened at the provincial level a couple of days ago. You had Jason Kenney tweeting out a congratulatory note to his friend, Narendra Modi. He knew him from the time that he was in the premiership of Gujarat. So this could be really good for Alberta. When Jason Kenney went and did his trip to India, he established that we could have a very strong trade tie, particularly on our mutual interests around energy. So there are some interesting things that are lining up. I know that the federal government, we spend a lot of time talking about our relationship with China, but it does seem that it looks like we may have a more fruitful relationship if we pursue it with India. So we're going to talk through some of those issues today and see what kind of implications it will mean for us.
All right, interesting times ahead. Thanks for weighing in, Danielle.
Yeah, my pleasure.